I think for this movie you have the sort of the thing that every documentarist dreams about, which is a great subject, which is in this case Etgar Keret. So firstly I'll take you back to the question that the security guy asked you at the beginning, which is you two Dutch guys, Etgar Keret. How did that come about?
It's a bit like an Etgar Keret story actually, because it is weird, I have to admit. But it started in high school. I was friends with Stefan, the director, and he was like an older friend who introduced you to new stuff, like books and music and stuff like that. And one day in the courtyard of the school, he said like, I read these stories by a guy named Etgar Keret, Israeli writer, and he retold me some of the stories. One of them was Fatso, which is in the film. And even without reading the stories, I could totally imagine it, so I also became a fan. And then much later, I got a chance to interview Etgar in Tel Aviv for a magazine. Actually, I didn't even know it was going to be for a magazine, I was totally bluffing. But I got to talk to him, and to my own surprise, Etgar and me became sort of friends. And later, when Stefan and me wanted to make a short film about Fatso, the story, I thought in the interview his life story was also so absurd, so we should use that as well. And then it grew into this whole big mixture of fiction and reality.
So that's the next thing that I was going to ask you, because you're a screenwriter of this movie, and it's always sort of maybe a little bit unusual to think about a screenplay for a documentary film. Although obviously this is more of a hybrid kind of genre thing with various performed bits and animation, etc. So could you tell us a little bit about what the process of writing this and working with Stefan as director was like? Sort of who did what and...
we're still friends, but
that's
it nearly weren't. No, yeah, you're right.
Because of the movie?
Yes.
Really?
It took 4 years to make it, and it was. I'm very emotional, and Stefan is more of a sober, practical kind of person, which is good if you're a documentary director. But yes, I'm a writer, so I wanted to stick to the script. So that's what we were fighting mostly about. I would say like, no, we have a story, to stick to the story. And he was like, no, let's follow the story. And I'd be like, no, come back. So that was a tough lesson for me as a filmmaker, because it was like my first serious film, and I really, I did all the interviews with Stefan, so I was there during the whole process, and yeah, he did the editing in the end, but we were in close contact then as well, and it was really tough to get it all together, which is always the same.
Well, yeah,
with documentaries, I guess, yeah. But in the end, the film is very much, I have to say, like the script that we wrote. So in the end, you made like a big circle and you come back to where you started. But maybe sometimes you.
So how did you decide to put yourself in the movie? Was that always the plan, or did that come about during the filming?
Yeah, well, because when we went to Israel for the research, we had this experience at the airport, which is totally how it happened. I immediately knew that this was a great way to introduce Etgar to people who don't know him that well, and also to the atmosphere of Israel and flying and storytelling, so that all the themes in it. So it was great. Actually, it was Shira's idea, as we also reenacted.
Yeah. So that was also like a performed bit, right? That
Yes, it's very bad acting. Yeah, so we knew that I knew that I wanted to have the film start.
So you have sort of like various sort of let's say layers of reality here.
By the way, when we went to Israel to show the film there, we again got this very long interrogation and extra security checks, and we had to show the film to prove that the film existed, which was really weird, because you show airport security people the airport security scene. So it was like a very like.
It was very meta.
Yeah. Weird.
But yeah, that's what I was going to say. You have like these varying sort of layers of what's fiction and what's reality from his stories that are like originally you think they're just fiction, but then throughout the movie you learn that more of them are sort of like there's a lot of reality in them, and then there's also the stuff that's not animated, where it's him performing scenes from his real life supposedly, but then also you can never tell like how much of it is real. And what would you say, like what would be like the percentage of sort of the stories that he tells?
Wow.
The truth.
Doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't, right?
No, actually, because you have to be aware of two things, I think, if you do it like this. First of all, it shouldn't turn out to be like a big meta joke, you know, like, oh, it's true, it's not true. So that's a risk that we had to deal with, but also to just keep pondering, like, is it real, is it not real, please, like almost like fact checkers, because there was also some interviewees suggested that the suicide story is not true. That Etgar actually started writing earlier than that, and we had it in the film, and Etgar saw it and actually said, "Oh, it's pretty painful to hear that, but I understand it is better."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like one of the other authors that you talked to?
Yeah, Jonathan said that, and John Stephen Floor, but in the end we decided to cut it because we're like, our film is also a story, so if we downplay our story, we have a shitty film. So in the end, you don't have to fact check it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all in the title. It says based on a true story. It doesn't say a true story.
True. Yeah.
So let's put out the questions to the audience. Da li neko ima možda neko pitanje za Rutgera? Evo mi tamo.
First of all, congratulations. I probably am most intrigued to know, given that it was a script that you were following and you were following it jealously, as you said, did anything happen during these 4 years, which is a long time to be filming, that really grabbed you, that was something that was a complete surprise and wasn't in the original script whatsoever?
That's a good question. Well, let me think. Not really, but I was mostly surprised by how dedicated Etgar was to making the film as good as it is. Of course, when you go there and when you have a script, you don't know how much work it will be, and we asked a lot from him. He had to crawl through pipes, and he had to sort of sit there while we interviewed his mother, and it was like a full-time job almost. But he did it beautifully, and I admire him even more because of that, I think. Although we did have one fight when we interviewed his mother, of course, don't mess with someone's mother.
Didn't his father die during this period, or was that?
No, he died a little bit before. Yeah. There's actually another great documentary by Gore, the guy in the red shirt, which takes place in the period when his father died. Very beautiful. But I interviewed his mother, and it was very early, and she started rambling a bit because she was old and she wasn't used to the camera. And then apparently I asked the question that I wasn't allowed to ask, and Etgar just flipped in the kitchen and started shouting at Stefan, and we were sure the film was over. But it's also very Israeli. You shout a little bit, and then in a few hours it's forgotten.
What was the question? If you don't mind sharing.
Yeah, the question was, because like in the story about the meeting of his parents, that we put a parrot in there because we couldn't afford to get a monkey, but in the original story it is a monkey that the gypsy band has. And I asked her if there really was a monkey. And Etgar really didn't want us to insinuate that he was a liar to his mother, because his mother would get upset and she has heart issues. So.
And that specific story was the one that I was mainly even like before, because you only start talking about him as a liar in the second half. But that was just the story that sort of was like, well, this sounds like this maybe didn't exactly happen this way.
Yeah, probably not. Although his father is an amazing guy. I mean, I'm sorry that I didn't meet him because he sounds like Edgar's amazingness comes all from his father. He, like Edgar said, they were optimistic after the Holocaust. They kept saying like, we see the worst side of mankind, and now life keeps getting better, which is a great way of looking at it. And his father would change his profession every 7 years because he wanted to live as many lives as possible to mess with the Nazis even more. You know,
that sounds like one of his stories as well.
Yeah. I survived the Holocaust 20 times. Yeah. Another great story about his father, sorry. Something that didn't make it into the film is when his father was dying, he was in the hospital with cancer, and he was in a very tiny room. He always liked to be outside, but there was this really small window, and each day at 3 o'clock, the sun would shine through his window on his face while he was lying in the hospital bed. And his father would say like, this is so nice, you know? He was really enjoying that small moment.
Like once a day.
Yeah, and Edgar said that really is typical for him because you could also say like, I'm dying, I can't see my grandchild grow up. Or you could say, you know,
you get a nice sunspot.
I enjoy the sun when I get it. So, yeah, I think it's a nice message.
Yeah. Dakle, nekih pitanja još. But also it's interesting because like you were saying that he was very understanding towards you as filmmakers, but he had made a movie. And although none of his books have been published in Serbia yet, the movie did play at a festival here. And I was wondering if you like sort of would considered including more of the film in the film, or like how did you sort of choose to kind of, you just mentioned it at the beginning.
Well,
I'm interested, like, because he did make like a movie that won a pretty big award, which is for the first movie, and then he never followed it up. And did you ever consider getting more into that sort of part of his work?
No. No, but you're right. His books are not translated in Serbian yet, and they will come out pretty soon.
Yeah, that's what I'm
promoting.
Even though we did have that discussion because none of them have been published, but we still felt that like the movie was interesting enough on its own, even though people are usually probably mostly not familiar with this stuff, but maybe this will sort of get them to maybe stick them out. Well, I think there's a question over there.
Hi, Rutger. I'm Mila. We corresponded. So it's not entirely true that his work hasn't been found.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need that.
You're a translator.
Yeah, some of his work is translated into Serbian by Dejan, he's sitting here, and by myself. So yeah, we are expecting his book to come out soon. And I was personally touched because you said you've been working on that film for 4 years, and I've been working on the translation of his book for 5 years.
Okay, you win.
Yeah, fingers crossed it will come out soon.
Nice.
Okay. Well, in that case, thank you, Rutger, for this movie and for coming to Belgrade.
Thank you.
And I hope you have fun.
Thank you. Enjoy the sun. And I have one more thing to say. You can follow the film on Facebook and Instagram on Etgar Keret Film. And if you can rate us on IMDb, that makes us really happy. We need one more vote to get 100 votes. And if we keep our average of 9.1, Stefan will take me out to dinner. So please give it a good morning. Thank you.
So only about 9. Great.